What's going on, guys? So that is a very monochromatic box. This is a really red Gundam, and this seems like deja vu, doesn't it? But it's actually Master Grade Monday again. That's actually a different. You'll see. Let's get to it. Alright, guys, so on this Master Grade Monday, we're going to be taking a look at another red P Bandai box with a Gundam Estrella on it. It's kind of funny. And of course, it is from the Gundam 00F and 00I side stories. And this is the Avalanche. Can't read it because it's written through, but it says a Gundam Astra Type F. It's the Avalanche unit. It's the Avalanche Estrella. You know, it's just a thing. So actually, I think it's funny that I think last time I did an Avalanche, which was an Exia, I think I actually tried to see if I could do an Avalanche Estrella, and I did. I did do it a little bit differently, but either way, so we're doing this again. We have some great artwork here. We do have, there's the Avalanche Estrella there. We do have a GN sword. That's crazy. And you do have explosions and things and a beam saber, I guess, right there. The actual product may vary slightly from the images on the package. I bet it does. Bandai Spirits 2022. Red Bandai logo down here. Complete product image has been painted. Okay, so this is actually an image of the thing itself. That's actually pretty cool. That's why there's no artist on the thing. Oh well. By the way, that's super bright. I'm gonna tone this down just a little. All right. And being a P Bandai box, there's not a whole lot, and just got contents of the set. So there's some stuff there. Cool. Come around here, repeat of the box art, and an incredibly long name. Avalanche Unit for the Gundam Estrella F-Type. Okay. And it repeats itself. MG logo there. Bandai.net. Okay. And come around here, of course, Avalanche Unit for, actually, Avalanche Dash. Sorry, missed it. Gundam Estrella Type F. And, oh, hey, don't go away there. You got PSPE stuff in there. Top cover, box paper. That's funny. And then you got the little guy with the toilet, poly bag, pee pee. All right, and warnings and such and things, and no glue required. Read the instruction manual. Hey, screw you, box. Don't tell me how to live my life. And you have the barcode and stuff like that. And I did pick this up at BBTS, actually, so Big Bad Toy Store. This was one of the final purchases I made for this double October because I had extra money and wanted more stuff to do, and we already had the full armor, basic full armor version of the Estrella coming. So I said, you know what, let's go ahead and get the other one. I missed it when it was out on P Bandai. Just go ahead and do it. And I think it was 60 some odd dollars, which is a bit considering it doesn't even include the Gundam itself, but it is by no means shy of plastic. So let's do the thing. Sorry, it's further away than it looks. Don't just look in the camera when you're trying to do things. Look at it in real life. Okay. All right, everybody. We have the Estrella back out here, and it's in a weird hybrid right now of the normal F and the F2. Because, well, realistically, you could leave it in just normal F mode, but you have to remove all of the fittings and weapons and such. So at least from this point, I left off. I changed back the V-fin from the previous thing, and I took the weapons off, and I changed the front skirts. I assume that the front skirts honestly don't matter that much in this. So, you could probably leave it with the other ones if I had to guess. But we do have all of the bits and pieces that will make up this Avalanche Dash unit thing. Also, I did forget to show off the water slide sheet from the previous review. I forgot about it. It was still in the box. This is actually the water slides from this guy. So, and I mean, the Avalanche set. So, I may later on, after all this is over, go back and do some of these things. Water slides, kind of a pain in my butt. I'm a little bit better at them than I used to be, but I'm really out of practice if I'm honest. But I think that this set does need at least the extra white stickers and probably some of the freshette or freshetta pizza. Wow, that's what happens when I say what I'm thinking. So either way, so yeah, there's the water slides. I forgot to show them off. And of course, you don't want to use any of the weapons and such, like the extra add-on ones from the full burst kit, whatever. Full burst, whatever. Okay, so we still have some prep to do here. So we need to come back here. We need to pull off the beam sabers, and then we need to remove this entire thing with that. That wasn't supposed to happen, but it did. Okay, so let's remove the back skirts. And we need to yoink this out of there. Careful yoinkage. Okay, so this is clipped in here. Now, the thing is that it operates under the assumption that you are not switching this back and forth. You are building this from the get-go. So you have to remember that if you're going to do this. So it treats it as a building option, not as a modification option. So you need all of these bits and pieces. Take that away. You don't need that. You do need this, and you do need this, and you do need this. Oh, okay, so I'm missing a part. Okay, so we want to... Actually, you don't need the beam saber connection part. So let's set that over there. But you want the butt skirt to basically come down to that. And then, insert back here like you do. Do the same thing on this one. So if you don't have a spudger, well, do your best to get that gray piece up and out and over so that you can pry the whole thing out. So you can see here, it's held in place by this little gray tab. Zoom, please. Thank you. That little gray tab there, and then the rest of it is held in over here by the post underneath. So that's where you gotta kind of pry it up and off and pull out the beam. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, that didn't actually have to come out at all. I was thinking I needed to save this piece. I don't. You can actually just leave that in there. So this would be a case of if you wanted to buy multiples, this might be a good place to do it. All right, so this leaves us with this. You still have the swivel bit here. And we're going to come back here and put this back on the butt skirt like you do. I think that's nice. Okay. So the other thing is we need to remove this. So remove that part. Zoom out a little bit. And I think we're also going to be removing part of the ankle guard. I need to double check on my instructions. Because once again, it tells you from the point of building, not from the point of deconstructing. So pull those off, because we don't want them right now. But I do know that it wants you to add it somewhere before this. So we need to get the lenses out of here, which are not the easiest things in the world to remove once they're installed, but it's not impossible, as previously just shown. Where did that go? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Stay. So pull your lenses out, set them aside, come to the other side. As long as I guess you can get under that one edge, it's actually not that big a deal. You used to have to pull them out with they're used to be so tight, like my old Exia or 00 or something, that you had to legit like yoink it out of there with a knife. Oh, by the way, I still haven't fixed the hip mounted thingy. That's like way back there. Haven't pulled that up. I think I also need to remove these. Actually, I think the forearm ones can stay. They don't look like they're going to interfere with anything. No. Okay, so that's that. Let me triple check what part has to be swapped out at the base of the leg, because something is a little different there. Okay, so there's actually not a part that needs to be swapped out there. What it was showing was these things being mounted on the back here. So what we're going to do is we'll start down here just for the heck of it. And there's no left or right when it comes to these. So just slide it on in place of the old ones, which is easy. Where's the other guy? Right there. Easy enough. Like that. And then let's see here. Let's do the forearms, because once we get to the legs, it's going to get a little more like really get into the leg parts. It's going to be complicated. So let's what all do I have to pull off here? Okay, so I need to pull off that. That's there. Okay, do I need to remove that? I don't think so. I think I can. Yep. Okay. So the key is like which part can you leave on, which part can you have to remove. So these are left and right depending on this spot right there. So you can see there that leaves cut out for the forearm, and this is actually going to plug in to the forearm pretty much. And then you can come in here, connect that bad boy there, flip her around. Oh, hold on, I didn't realize what was going on there. I didn't like that sound. Okay, so that needs to be tucked into the forearm proper. My bad. Okay. So do all that. Grab this. Actually, now that I look at it, I don't even think I had to remove the yellow piece from the front. I think I could have just snapped it on here. Okay. So put that on. Put this back on. Because that's not blocking the red, from what I can tell. Oof, that is a big hunk of forearm piece. Alright, other side. So let's see. Let's see if this will come apart with that on there. Looks like it is. Oh yeah, look at there. Cool. Cool. Alright. So once again, forearm. And like I said, it doesn't matter if the lenses are in there in this point, so you don't have to take the arm lenses out, just the ones in the leg, which is a little dumb. It would be nice if you could leave them in there. Okay, so attach that to there. Give everybody a good squeeze-ems, like so. And so far, we're slightly buffing it out. Slightly. The major buffing will be here in a second. One thing I'm kind of unsure of, if I'm honest, I don't know how to attach it to the shoulder joint. I think I have to remove this, if I remember correctly. And then this is going to sit in somewhere. I think if I take that off, hold on, let's consult instructions. Okay, so you actually have to take off the top of the shoulder here. Come on. Whoa. That was a bit much. Gotta watch where I'm stepping. Okay, I see where it went. So, gotta pull off the top of the shoulder pad here. Don't do that. Stand up straight. Alright, so you've got this whole area here. That will plug into the top of the shoulder right there. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Thought it was going to be worse. Stay. Let's grab the other side while we're at it. Crack it like an egg. Actually, don't crack it like an egg. That would probably be pretty bad. Okay, so don't lose those pieces either. Once again, square bits. And now it's really beefing up. And we'll take this part here, slide it along that groove, plug it in, then take this side and plug that together like that. So there's one big old shoulder done, which, by the way, those remind me of the custom Graze shoulders. I like those big bulky Graze shoulders that have the cannon mounted to them. I get a big vibe out of that. I know that IBO had some of the same design people on board. I just stutter. Alright. Then you take your beam sabers and place them up here, because, you know, that's an easy place to get your beam sabers from. Oh, one of my yellow guys is missing. Did I not do them on that side? Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, so we'll just pretend those are on there the whole time. I'm fairly certain those are there the whole time. Okay, so next up, we need to do the butt skirts. Come here. Stay. Feet are good and wobbly again. Gotta plant them. So you do get this whole situation here. And while it tells you to do it in steps, obviously this entire chunk is just going to be by itself. Kind of like the details here, the layered yellows and stuff, the different reds. But you got to do this part first. And you use the beam saber mounts. Sorry, hold on, right there. And those will plug in on the butt. Like so. And in theory, it tells you to do this piece by piece. I don't feel like doing that. I feel like doing it as an assembly. There's one. Can I get two? I can. Excellent. Okay, so now comes the weirdness on the fact that that's got a big old thruster now. And these gray tabs are going to go into those slots. And I say that with the utmost confidence that it will definitely, no problem, do that. Oh, and it fits actually kind of snugly around the butt skirts as a whole. That's pretty cool. Did not expect that. Neat. Okay. Did this whole thing just kind of pull up on me? I think it did, technically speaking, pull up on me. I think it's okay, though. Yeah, I think it's okay. All right, so we're not jacking with a butt skirt again. Now, the interesting thing is it does have this big old tab right here. I'm assuming something is meant to plug in there, or maybe it's something on the standard version, because one of the things you don't build for this version of the Avalanche Dash is the whole sword backpack arrangement, which of course you did do on the original. So now comes the crazy part, and it's doing up the legs. So these things are a complicated piece of machinery, if I'm honest with you. But let's go ahead and unplug our friend here. So we got these two pieces, which arrange like so. And then you've got these parts. And I don't believe there's a left and right. It doesn't seem to be. And you can tell here, that's going to line up with your... Oh, I forgot about the inner part. Shit. Oops. I knew I forgot something. So that might be a pain. Let's pull this off first. Maybe that'll make our lives easy. I knew I forgot something. That actually came off much easier than anticipated. Plug that back in. I feel like all of these things were so much harder back in the day. Okay. And we'll just sneak this back on here. Like so. Alright. Why does that feel weird? Alright. So, you take that part, you line it up with the very specific slot and or hole. Butt skirt is totally in the way. That's annoying. Okay. So, we need to flip this way. Am I supposed to leave the knee pads off? I'm starting to feel like I need to leave the knee pads off, because those are totally in the way. Okay, so yoink that off. Oh, that would make sense if that's supposed to attach to the knee pad. Huh. Okay. We'll see. Maybe not. So this whole arrangement is meant to be here-ish. And once again, bring this in. Let's extend all this and give ourselves some room to work. Come on. There we go. All right. So top one has to go here. And that definitely wants to line up to the knee, although it doesn't actually line up to the knee. I think it's meant to just cover down. Okay, so there's a couple locking spots inside there. Come on. There we go. Now we grab this piece and do the same thing over here, about as carefully as we can. Line up our holes for one. Okay, and then this part I did not line up. Ah, dang it. Losing it. There. Okay, so wow, that is kind of a mess. All right. So I know that this is meant to tuck up all the way, but it doesn't seem to want to do so with the butt skirt in the way. So let's just do that. Because it shows it in the book kind of standing flat. So I'm not sure. Roughly like that. All right, so there's your difference in your legs. Let's try that again slightly more gracefully. And I mean slightly because I don't even know if I can manage it. Oh, pull the knee pad off again. Because once again, you know, why not? Why not look up all of the instructions before doing this? Once again, this is something that's meant to be done as you're building it, not meant as a conversion to the thing you've already got built. So that is a big aspect to it. So I'll plug this in over here. I think that's good. Yep. Plug that one in. Plug this one in. Come on. Thank you. Lock in place. Thank you. Stay. Extend. Attempt to line up. Okay, good there. And actually good there too. Oh, all right. Did I get that in a fairly smooth motion? Because it looks like I did. Okay, so once again, let's tuck this up a little nicer than we have it on the other side. Oh, the legs are different positions. That would explain a lot. All right, and I think that is our Avalanche Astrea totally done up in his full-on hockey pads. And it is ridiculous. Look at this thing. Look at it. It's freaking huge. Just like its Exia counterpart. Like, speaking of which, so, you know, so we can see a comparison between the normal thing, you know, all the hockey pads. Look at that. And of course, you can position these however you need to, I guess. I think those are meant to, like, cinch up a little bit tighter. I'll have to get into that a little bit. By the way, I don't know if I really mentioned it. That comes with all of the weapons. It comes with the swords. It comes with the shield. All that. I just wasn't going to build it because it didn't make sense. And up until I did this, I didn't even bother with the GN sword because it was using the GN Proto sword. But this one uses the GN sword. So if you ever wanted a really cool red version of the GN sword that doesn't have a chrome blade, you could totally get that. This grayish brownish color, you know, it's not as big of a turnoff as it seems like it would be. And you can attach this. You can hold it, I should say. We'll see how well. We'll measure just how well it holds it. Oh, what am I hitting? Up here. Okay. So pull this up and out of the way. Find the palm. I think I did. You get in the hand. And then plug this into this new piece here on the forearm. And I assume that you're actually meant to rotate this like so, and then plug it in. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. All right, and go ahead and do your best to straighten out the friggin' handle. Jack it up anyways, because why not? Because I dare say, why not? Yes, once again, that's an MGO reference, guys. Should know I'm an MGO fan. There we go. Fix the things. It's giving me one, but not the other. It's all too stiff. That's the biggest problem. Okay, so tilt this up. Fix the handle to the damn hand. There. Okay, so you can't close the blade totally, which is why I was screwing up, because I thought I could. You cannot. So, there we go. That's pretty freaking cool. Look at that. Good big old Schwardy. Alright, and if you're thinking that, well, hey, Shoki, it's kind of weird to have a huge bulky thing like that that's meant to be flying around at high speeds and have to do it the hard way, because it's only going to be able to stand on its feet. And that's where you'd be wrong, my fine feathered friend, because they give you a stand. And they give you the cool, glitzy, like, I think this is supposed to be the Action Base 3 or 4? I think it's 4. So this is the one that came initially with, what was it? That Italian wing, the Renashta. Yeah, this is cool. But the only thing is, of course, you still have to rely on the really crappy crotch peg. So let's do our best to get that in place. That was a scary noise. I hate when it does that. But there you go. Totally on a stand. Let's bring this up. Sorry about that. The cable's hitting on the inside of the light. Alright, so let's point the toes down a little bit, get a little bit more relaxed look. And we can bring out all of the big old boosters on the arms, like that. It's kind of like Sazabi at that matter. Yes, I know a lot of people probably draw comparison to Sazabi, not necessarily anything else. Let's see here, bulk up the shoulders a little, bulk them back a little. I guess you could no, you can't give it the shield. It wouldn't stay. If it had the ability to plug stuff onto the outside, that would work, but you can't, unfortunately. And then the sword, since we now have room to flex, let's bring that up and out to the best of our abilities. Which actually, I can straighten out like that. So he can hold the sword, get the arm up a little bit. And by the way, at this point, there's so much weight, I'm scared of everything. That is a big, intimidating bot, I'll tell you what. Let's see here, can I straighten this out a bit? Yeah, I realized what happened there. I gotta fix that. Alright, so I got that fixed. Sorry about that. It would be nice if the handle for the sword would plug into this, give it some more stability. By the way, things I didn't get to point out back here now. You do get all these extra little GN thrusters, which is cool. By the way, this is already a booster. Now we've got the little sled kind of ski leg thingy, so we drop these down. And there's another thruster hidden inside there. And then a step that can plug into the bottom of the feetums somehow, somewhere. I know there's a gap that plugs into. I remember that from the normal Avalanche. So I know there's a couple slots in the bottom of the feet that that's supposed to go into. At least I thought so. Or maybe it's meant to encapsulate the foot like that somewhere. Yeah, because they're at an angle, so they're meant to... Ah, there we go. Okay. So that's what you're supposed to do with that. Sorry. I thought they plugged in. Maybe I'm thinking of a different kit. Alright, let's fold that out. And straighten this up enough to get the foot in place. There we go. So, yeah, get the jet foot skis things here. It is not a solid fit. Like, nothing is like plugging together. They're like leg braces, essentially. Did I break that? Or did I just pop it loose? Like, it's meant to do that, and I just pushed it too far. Because I feel like those are meant to go almost vertical. See, I don't want to keep pulling on that because I'm not sure. All right, so yeah, according to the instructions, you can definitely get a lot more movement out of it like that. Okay, that's what I thought. I knew it wasn't too crazy. Slightly crazy, but not that crazy. Okay, so the only thing is I can't get it to his feet that way. So I need the toes to point quite a bit. So like, it's not on it at all. And you can get more angle out of it. So I wasn't crazy. I can do it. You know, you just have to, you push it past the boundary that it feels uncomfortable, but then it goes. And I think this is technically keeping the GN thruster there, GN Vernier, tucked away. I still argue that there's supposed to be something there. And if you're keen, you can raise this stand up a bit. Like so. There we go. So that's at its highest for the most part. And the main reason I did that is so that I can show off another gimmick it has, which is down here in some tiny little bitty hidden hands down here. So this thing is basically meant to be essentially a smaller version of the GN Arms. And, you know, GN Arms is pretty badass in and of itself. God, I couldn't even imagine if they gave us an MG version of GN Arms. That would be like a $800 kit, be the size of a PG. So you do get tiny little grippy hands, so you can stick your finger in there. But they give you normal beam sticks if you're down for it, so it can in fact do some slicing and dicing, like so. The thing about this is that it looks really friggin' cool when you have it all posed up and stuff, but it also is a giant pain in the ass because it weighs down your kit so friggin' much, even if it's on a stand like this. So I think I can come up enough. Oh, I'm all up on the light again. Here we go. So this is funny. It's like right up on the light. Huge deal. Avalanche, Estrella, big bruiser of a bot. Looks awesome. Definitely looks more cool and more intimidating than the Exia version did. I do feel like there's some hollowness back here, and I don't know if that's just me, like I missed some parts, or if that's actually supposed to be that way. Judging by the images on the instructions, yeah, it's meant to be that way. You just can't really see it that well. So they do give you the back filler pieces, but they're not enough. So part of me wonders, I don't think I missed any bits of the instructions. Doesn't look like it. So just is what it is. Oh, dang it. Gotta watch my hands. So either way, that's going to be it. Positives, makes it look very cool. Fairly simple kit, if I'm honest with you, considering it is just the add-on parts. Negatives, the oddball fitment when it comes to, say, the feet, and maybe it's mold degradation or just something weird, like the way these knee bits kind of go together. It's there and it's going to hold on, but it doesn't feel very tight. It does feel a little weird. The sword back there, a little wonky because you can't plug it in a thing, but that is an Exia problem combined with this issue here. Oh, by the way, it does come with regular beam saber blades, the flat ones, so you can use those. And going back to the Estrella, realistically, you can build yourself essentially a red Exia almost completely, with the exclusion of a couple parts here and there that I don't think are 100% necessary. So you could even realistically do yourself a red, you know, dash Avalanche Exia. I'm tired. So, guys, that's it for this Master Grade Monday. Make sure you go check out the previous couple ones if you're down for that. We do still have 2 more Master Grade Mondays, realistically, here. So, let's see. We have another big boy that's got to get built as of recording this, and some other stuff along the way. So, but I will see you guys on the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out the merch thing if you want to. And if you want to join in on the Discord and show off your 00 builds and or collections. So if you have a pre-existing collection, show it in the collections. If you have current builds, show it in the builds. I know that's a weird thing, but it's how we do stuff. So, but I'll see you guys next time. Remember, as always, Gun Billy.